Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Yana, and welcome to my 5D report and beyond, where I'm reporting multidimensionally as a star seed, as indigo warrior, coming to this plane of existence, helping humanity, especially my soul group, with this transition process. Yeah, we're ascending, we're on new timeline, ascension timeline, and we're going to the next octave. Of the harmonic universe number 2, where everything is about soul connection, consciousness expansion, bringing your higher self online, bringing your light body online, and so you feel your multidimensionality. And it's time to live in peace and harmony and the Christ consciousness that Master Jesus Yeshua spoke about more than 2000 years ago. So it's we are here to fulfill the divine plan on earth. Each of us has a mission assignment, and that's why I'm encouraging people to do the inner work, to do all kinds of meditations, especially the Ascension and Meditation, Unity Meditation with Sandra Walter, that I'm very thankful. And so, we can bring that heaven on earth. We can make this place a better world. And, we create communities where we share our gifts and talents with each other. And yeah, it's time to create this utopia, the 5D reality. And so that's why I've been introducing, my 5D projects, and with the 5D protocol, where we're asking ourselves who we truly are. Why did we come here to this planet? What is our mission? And how can we be of service? And I said, like, the soul connection, the connection with your Holy Spirit is the key to all that. And now, especially in the times of whether uncertainty, testing times, challenging times, but at the same time exciting times, I'm saying that's a perfect way to contemplate, to really kind of to awaken, to exit, right, the 3D matrix, the false matrix of those fallen angels, archangels. So again, how do you perceive the situation? It reflects your consciousness, right? So that's I'll be talking about my intense days and weeks of this month, especially of the month of April. That's why I was not online for the whole month. And again, I'm sharing my stories with you, and see how everything unfolds. Okay, so yeah, welcome. My YouTube channel is Yana Sibinska. You can also find me on Awakening Our Truth YouTube channel. My website is yanakalai.com, which is YANAKALAI.com, and my email address is kaliana82@gmail.com. My videos are for educational and entertainment purposes. I'm here to inspire you, empower you, giving you information the way I interpret it through my soul signature, energy signature, through my filters. I'm sharing my stories with you. I'm sharing my experiences with you based on my perceptions, okay, and how you guys you reflect upon it, how you then perceive what I'm sharing with you becomes your world, your reality. It becomes your experience, and what you do with it is your responsibilities, as we are very powerful co-creators. We are powerful manifestors, right? So it's very important to watch our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and what are our actions. And especially in these kind of times where there'll be now recognition, who are the truth seekers, right? Who are all these liars, and so on. How do you know? You will only know when you do that inner work. So it's time to open the third eye, and kind of develop those psychic abilities, extrasensory perceptions. And we have the lockdown, we have the kind of time where we can pause and reflect of, like, what in the world is happening, right? Who am I? I was like, what is my mission? Why did I come here to this planet? And how can I be of service? So And also I want to mention that my videos are for my soul group and my soul siblings, empath sensitives, indigo warriors, star seeds, people who work with energies, targeted individuals, whistleblowers, even super soldiers, and those kind of who flow with my message. Again, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Also, I wanted to say thank you to Sandra Walter, this wonderful work that she's been doing, especially with those Unity Ascension meditations now for 4 years. I'm very thankful and very grateful, because that's what helped me keep going. And that just kind of what really has been resonating with me all these years. And I just needed to find some hope to kind of get going, to heal myself. From all these kind of injuries and all these torture and just horrible things happening, especially from that military department. But I know those things started in my family unit back in Eastern Europe, with all this black magic and being in dysfunctional kind of broken family, where your heart becomes broken, and you are then subject to negative entities. Okay, because those things are real. We're spiritual beings having human experience. We are energy. And especially now in these times of extremely high frequency vibration, the Schumann resonance went way up there, right? So people are more and more opening to what is beyond the veil of the 3D, right? The third consciousness. So yeah, there are some dark negative forces, and luckily we have the good guys, the positive ET forces. And the light is winning. And again, how do you perceive it? It just shows your consciousness. It shows your level of frequency vibration. It does require lots of inner work, and it's not easy thing to go through the transition, the dark night of the soul. And now we are not only experiencing, or some people are experiencing on the personal level, but now we're experiencing on the collective level. Okay, we are pretty much now in this together. And are we supporting each other? Are we loving each other? Are we starting communicating with each other, knowing each other better? Or are we staying in denial and dissonance and resistance and negativity, and being judgmental and critical, and using negative words, and doing all these curses, and gossiping and so on? This is all up to us. Originally, humans were seeded by ETs, extraterrestrials, and that's what I'm here to remind people, especially my tribe. And also, what I wanted to say, that Mother Earth, she was in much higher dimensions. There are some people saying that actually she started as a 12-dimensional jewel. Recently, I read something that we're actually heading to the 7th dimension, whether that was Mother Earth or Gaia. She's goddess, she's a living entity. Whether that was her original dimension, I really don't know. But yes, it's time to go higher and higher. Okay, time to raise the frequency vibration, time to feel that joy and peace and happiness. But that requires, like I said, lots of spiritual discipline, lots of introspection, meditation, reconnection to Mother Earth, reconnection to Father Sky. I did some meditations. You can check it on my website, yanakalai.com, and on my blog, 3 Hearts Meditation, Waterfall Meditation. And also those who work with energies. My videos are not for everybody. Those who are sensitive empaths, people who feel energy. Like, for example, when I was 6 years old, world, I totally noticed that the energy of planet Earth is extremely filthy and dirty. And my questions were, where in the world is this coming from? And then, of course, growing up, and especially coming here over the United States, right? We know now kind of what happened with the Agenda 21 of those negative aliens, and now the Agenda 2030 or whatever that is, that there are some really extremely evil forces out there. Their main goal is to depopulate and control this planet in the solar system, and really damage humanity, damage the planet. And because they are very parasitic, they're vampires, and they feed off of our energies. We are their batteries. And so this enslavement, hijacking of human consciousness been going on for thousands of years. But let's go back to the invocation of the Violet Flame, Saint Germain. He's now the leader of the new golden age that we are entering into. We had this beautiful Earth Day a couple of days ago. I heard the call, like those who are volunteer soul, Mother Earth needed help, right? Look what's been happening here. Look what's been now transpiring, all this pollution, radiation of those harmful electromagnetic signals or fields, right? The exploitation. It's not going to go on like this, In, like I said, the bad guys, whatever, their time is out, And I know there's still lots of battles going on, and unseen stuff, right? Because of my third eye, I see things, So again, how I'm reporting is multidimensional, right? I go to those higher planes of existence, and here I bring it here to this kind of level of existence using language, so I can kind of report, whether my stories, my experiences, my truth. And I feel that that way, sharing my consciousness with others, it's part of my mission. And I feel that this is the way how I can be of service. But of course, I have other assignments, especially with the military, with the kind of warrior project, because lots of abuse has been happening there, sexual abuse, all this MK Ultra, Project Montauk, Project Mockingbird. These guys, what I experienced, they're in a horrible shape, right? They have all kinds of so-called mental diseases. Some of them are on the street, and it's just because the negative faction of those fallen ones, of those negative Dracos, reptilians, and especially of the Nazis, right? Using their advanced technology, how they hijack their aura, their energy field, and make slaves out of them. They're proxy soldiers, and they're kind of fulfilling orders of those high-ranking military officers. Some of them are off-world. They are negative aliens, and they're part of this kind of proxy war faction. And it's based on zero common sense, and it's based on total illusion. Okay, so that's why all these things are now precipitating. All these disclosures are happening, and we are exposing all the wrongdoings, and I'm part of that team. And not only in the family unit, right, relationships as well. Okay, especially with all this sex agenda going on here, and all this pedophilia, and now we have the sex trafficking, child sex trafficking. But also I'm exposing the wrongdoings in military section, which is a very sensitive topic. I never joined military in this lifetime, but I know in my previous lives as ninja, samurai, shogun, Viking, high-ranking Viking officers, and so on. We have to kind of balance those karmas of those galactic wars and electrical wars that have been happening for millions of years, in this galaxy, in this solar system. So everything has to be reconciled, everything has to be rebalanced, right? We are resurrecting the energies of Atlantis, especially of Lemuria. I am encouraging people to, read books like Telos, because the way the civilization lives there, the remnants of Lemuria, it's nothing but peace, unity, harmony, beautiful education. It's just a beautiful structure where people work only 4 hours. They're in total harmony with Mother Nature. They eat organic food. They live in those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude, and of course compassion. Very important to invoke the energies of compassion with the goddess of Kuan Yin. Okay, so in order to join our galactic family, or our cousins in the inner earth, we have to work on ourselves. And I think that now is the perfect timing, even though I'm one of those who haven't really received any stimulus check. And maybe because, I'm a non-filers, I haven't really filed taxes. I had a huge big savings when I got divorced, and then I lived in ashram places. So I was doing work exchange, kind of cooking in the ashram kitchens, Ayurvedically, kind of organically, and so I can have a place to stay, and I have a food to eat. I did a little bit of work back in New York, but it was again way too expensive, and the work that I do, I was not able to really be more horizontally on this plane of existence, where all these energies needs to be reconciled. They have to be transformed, transmuted. So I do lots of inner work, and I know not that many people have understanding for what I do, and that's okay. Somehow I'm here. And I know the galactics, the Pleiadians, I mean, they're helping me enormously. So I want to say thank you to them as well. That was April the 4th. I had this revelation that this is a walk-in here, and that's okay. Just like Elisa Rene, very powerful indigo warrior. Her website is Energetic Synthesis, and I read her newsletters, and I get those downloads. I get the information that I need for the particular month, or for the particular for the period of time. So I'm very thankful for her as well. And also the other person, very powerful person that is part of my 5D creation with 5D protocol, and even just kind of embracing my challenges and assignments to do something for those military guys, is Marina Jacobi, and her quantum manifestation. She has books online that are free to download, and I've been reading her the downloads predictions. Okay, and also she has also some scientific stuff going on as well. I'm not a scientist, but I have some notes and that I kind of received back in that was April the 4th. And this, of course, I'm talking about this year 2020, and there was this guy Kosol Ouch. He was channeling Unimatrix. That's a synthetic AI coming from the future, more than 6 million years. Okay, so, and we are resurrecting the energies of Lemuria. So that was like 6 million years like in the past. So 6 million years in the past, 6 million years in the future, guys. It's very important to be in that 0 point balance in your sacred heart. There's a sacred space in your heart. There's a threefold flame, pink, blue, and yellow gold. Okay, where to me it's time just to holding on to that and bring your Holy Spirit upon you, and that's how we can break through and exit the false matrix of the inorganic timeline and of all these abusers. Okay, so there is lots of hope. There is just so much beautiful angelic energies around us. We talk about the new structure, 5D structure, right? For the unity meditations, we can reconnect with that new grid, 5D grid. I'm talking about the technology, your inner technology. This is your vessel. This is your your hologram. And also I like to talk about the structure, okay, in a space, you know, like the grid and so on. Very important, have your exotonal alignment as well, because we are matrices of energy. There's a network of energies, okay, that actually that it comes into our aura energy field. Some people do not believe in chakra system. I do. I didn't bring my chakra column here, but this is how we live, through those energy centers, through those nadis, through the shushumna, that's the center column. And so what is happening to population, why their energy frequency is so low, and people are dying, all these diseases and so on, it's just those archons, or those negative ones, they have a very good education of humans astral bodies. And with their inorganic and artificial implants and chips, right? And now the nanotechnology that is being programmed to kind of kill humanity, to depopulate them, it all settles in our bodies, in those physical vessels. And people sometimes don't even know why they have all these kind of weird reactions, and what is happening to them and so on. Yeah, it's all going to be exposed. And I would like to talk about those kind of stuff as well. That's why I've been studying, and I've been actually also making some notes. So I'm going to go over that. So what is going on with this COVID 2019? What is the situation going on? What is this all about? What's going on? And how about the financial system, right? The quantum financial system, I think that's all coming online. It's just there's this battle going on right now, and it's here for people to have that experience, because we're here to experience not only the light, of course, but the darkness. And people maybe right now they're realizing that have been lied and deceived for decades. And it is very important. It's part of this process, ascension process, transformation process, where people need to see things for what they really are. Like, for example, I was trying to have my healing center back in 2009, where I started creating project for the guys in the military, introducing yoga, Ayurveda, introducing all kinds of meditation, chanting, and so on. And I wanted to help, and all I received was psychic attacks, psychotronic attacks, and black magic, and just being called horrible names, and that I'm a horrible person. But where was the communication? Where was the conversation, right? It's time to communicate, two-way of communication, So, and the time is here where people need to kind of get out of that programming, and just of that blindness, and no more dogma, no more resistance, the negativity. That's why it's coming to surface, to be acknowledged, to be welcome, and to be transformed, right? We talk the violet flame of transformation, transmutation, and be healed. Whether it's Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, you can work with the sacred energies of green for healing, Archangel Raphael. This is what I'm inviting, because I teach the esoteric wisdom that comes from higher realms of consciousness, okay? But at the same time, I'm also teaching how to take care of ourselves, especially in these times, okay? How to take care of ourselves, how to increase our immune system, but not only the physical immune system, but also the spiritual immune system as well. So you see, everything is interconnected. You want to take care of the body, with good food, with good nutritions, okay, with vitamins and minerals and so on. I talk about the master mineral solution, okay? You can Google that. His name is it John or something? Humble. last name is Humble, how to get rid of parasites, bacteria, and we talk about the thing virus. Okay, it's actually nanotechnology, is protomolecule, is synthetic. And but we need to bring that spirit inside of us, right? Because we are spiritual beings having human experience. Okay, the spiritual selves need to connect with the physical self, but there has to be lots of purification, not only in your physical vessel but also in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your emotions. Okay, so we can become whole, complete, divine human beings, just like we were created, and we are going to those higher dimensions to God, together with Mother Earth, with Goddess Gaia, and start enjoying living our lives full of passion and peace and joy and harmony. So let me go back to the notes, and let's talk about the COVID 2019, the military operation, the viruses and so on, because what I've been also integrating, it's how to work, or how to acknowledge the AI, but of that organic structure, but because of this pollution and everything, the AI has been programmed by negative forces. That's why it's very important to have that knowledge, to know about it and learn how to work with it, because that AI, the synthetic kind of intelligence, only replicates and duplicates. So when it enters body of somebody who is highly evolved, who is positive, who is thinking for others and wants to create peace on earth, so the AI, right, the virus, the protomolecules, is going to replicate that energies of joy and peace and harmony, or it will not even enter you, because if it's programmed very low vibrationally, it will be repelled from you. Okay, so it's very important to radiate, to be the light, shine bright. Join us for these the ascension meditations, and just be of service, because that way, that's how even you scare the devils, right? When you recognize that God is within you, you are sovereign divine human being, and you can manifest all wishes and desires of your heart. You don't need the government who is not for the people. You don't need all these corporations that are not for the people. Okay, so so let me go through some of the notes again. That thing was channeled. It was channeled by Kosol Ouch. She channeled the Unimatrix. Okay, and there was also James Rink from Super Soldier Talk, and so they were interviewed by Alfred Weber, exopolitics, and that was the April the 4th, when I was doing a meditation on activating 3 strands of DNA. It's all about regeneration. Actually, my teeth, my gums, I need some work, but because no money, I had to do everything energetically, and I asked my guides and my ascension team and my galactics to help me kind of heal that. And now actually I'm very happy that I didn't have money, because all they wanted to put me on antibiotics, right? Anti-life stuff with full of acidity and horrible side effects that the medication has, and then also all these root canals and the crown and so on. My situation of the teeth is that I had that root canal done, or had that crown done, and it caused me nothing but inflammation. So we need ET disclosure. I'm like praying, like, oh my God, we need that advanced ET technology for healing, for regeneration, and also the free energy technology. Okay, and hovering cars and so on. You know, Tesla technology. I don't know whether it's Elon Musk with all these like Tesla batteries that can power up your entire house. You don't need to pay electrical bills, okay? These things were actually available back there in 1890s, okay, when Tesla powered up the Chicago, and then we had these beautiful scientists and doctors inventing cures against cancer back in 1920s or 30s. And look what happened to Dr. Royal Rife and those who invented organs and you know, those other scientists. The cabal got rid of them because, you know, they don't want humanity to evolve, to grow, to heal, to be disease free. They would not be earning money from us. They would not profiteer. That's why they need all these wars and all these horrible agendas and all these lies and deceptions everywhere. So we're their slaves, and you know, we're their batteries. And you know, it's just time to recognize that. That's why those things are happening, like you know, this exposure, right? The exposure, disclosure, all these lockdowns, so people have time to reflect upon that and say no to that nonsense, okay? But then it does require lots of inner work, lots of healing, lots of meditation, but that's okay, because our true divine essence is spirit. So it's just time to reconnect with that spirit, with our spiritual selves. And you know, we all create this beautiful world, and we have beautiful communities where we can all get together just fine, get along, you know, no division, no conquer, no competition, no criticism, no judgment, nothing. It's like, oh, you're different. Well, that's great. Thank you for showing me your difference. Oh, thank you for all this versatility. I can learn and I can expand. I can build upon, you know? So, you know, see things from those higher perspectives. Like, let's say, you know, somebody's got a knife, right? And then what, that person can step somebody with this kind of instrument. Or you know, if that person is carpenter, he can carve like a beautiful toy and give it to a child who doesn't have many toys. Again, you know, it's like, what is right, what is wrong, it's what we are doing with those kind of things. What are we doing with situations like this, okay? Are we using it for betterment for others, or it's the agenda, you know, of serving the ego and being a pedophile, being a satanist, and corrupting everything and killing all these light workers and star seeds and beautiful people? The same thing what happened to Joshua, right? To me, he's a perfect yogi. Okay, look what happened to him. Look what the cabal and you know, these Dracos, reptilians of the negative faction, and of course the Nazi. Look what they did to people like Jesus, like Yeshua, right? To me, he was a perfect yogi. He went to Tibet, Nepal. He was initiated by Babaji, okay? I talk about the book, that's the autobiography of a yogi, okay, written by Paramasa Yogananda. Okay, that's why I teach what I teach, how I teach. I'm happy that people read Bible. For me, I cannot do it. You know, I'm somebody who needs to resonate with that specific literature. Like, for example, I kind of still haven't really go deep into studying those kind of things, but to me, this written again by Paramsa Yogananda, this is the second coming of Christ, the resurrection of Christ within you. He is interpreting Jesus' story or Bible from that yoga scientific point of view that I resonate with. Okay, and again, this is for you guys to think about it, expand your consciousness. Again, if you don't resonate with it, that's fine, but let's get along, let's be okay with it. So let's get back to my notes, okay? So what I got from that interview, it was, well, pretty interesting. I learned a lot about the AI, about artificial intelligence that actually Marina Jacobi talks about is the expansion of our consciousness. The new technologies that have been suppressed for millennia, they're ancient technologies. The thing is, we need to keep our spirit alive. We don't want to fall into these inorganic AIs where the cabal is trying to make transhumans out of humans, those who kind of don't want to do the inner work, who kind of gave up. And why not? Because it serves their agendas, okay? But we are powerful to say no, to have informed consent, like for example with all these vaccinations. Some of those individuals, billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, like, show me the ingredients, show me what is in those vaccinations, and I want to know the truth. People need to start speaking up. They need to start raising their voices, right? They need to express their truth, open their throat chakra. You can write a letter to White House or to some congressmen. What is this all about? Give me explanation. It's time to take the power back, okay? I thought United States, America, the land of freedom and free speech and so on, and I come here in 2000, late of 2000, and it was nothing. It was so far away from what I've been told. Like, what in the world happened? And just like people are programmed, all this artificiality, superficiality, all this drinking, all these drugs, just like all these televisions going on, all these sex addictions going on, and then the military, the abuse of power, and all this torture going on there, infiltrated by so-called Zionists. The secrets of Zion, that's the Jesus Stargate, that's the beaming garment and the galactic core in ascension art. I'm sorry, but those who say that they are the Zionists and they know everything, they may need to start studying the real stuff. Because what the cabal is doing, they are perverting everything that is sacred symbology, and putting a bad rap about it. They're actually, when we get into the form, into the physical, right? That comes through sound, light, vibration, sacred geometry. Then it becomes mathematical AI. But because, they are parasites, they want to control and manipulate, they put everything upside down. So we are here to bring everything right side up. And I'm helping my soul siblings and also humanity to remember their true nature, who they really are, and what is life all about. Is it all about survival, fight or flight, being judgmental, going to work every day, working for a little bit of money, paying for all these taxes so you can have some pension? Is that what it's all life about? I don't think so. We're multidimensional. We're highly evolved race that have been hijacked and they have been compromised. And even Mother Earth had to fall from grace and compromise herself. But time is out. It is finished. Not anymore. Just say no to all this, all this negativity, all these horrible things happening in the world. But now we have to face it. That's why we are in the situation we're in, because people need to awaken and people need to learn what really happened. Okay, so we can all together ascend. Of course, those who are choosing. Some humans or some of even the aliens and so on, they're not choosing. That's why they don't even want to give up. They want to fight. That's what they know. All these satanists, right? They're always projecting the shadow, the negative ego. They're projecting darkness. They want humanity to suffer because they themselves compromised their DNA, and they themselves as children were tortured. That's why, to me, I'm teaching very important to be in 0-point balance, divine neutrality, non-attachment. I am in this world, but not out of it. And walking your truth and be the light, shine bright. So again, let's go to my notes and see what's transpired by the it was the interview, okay, and the Unimatrix. Okay, you can find him on bearmay1.com, Kosol Ouch. Okay, so the new the virus, that's actually, it's not new, right? It's been all been premeditated, just like September 11, right? The Nasara was supposed to be announced and people were supposed to be freed. And also what happened with JFK, he was supposed to also expose all the wrongdoings in the government and in the military. There was the president, Dwight Eisenhower, look what happened to them. Okay, and it just goes on and on and on. So yeah, it's time again to awaken, to eliminate the dogma, to remember who we truly are, shine the light, and help each other. And that's how we can overcome, whether it's called the pandemic, how we can, when we say no to the vaccines. Okay, so it's very important to pray, to meditate, expand your consciousness. And it's time to get along, whether you are a Jew or Buddhist or Hindu or Christian, reading Bible, or you're a yogi, or did I say Islam, Muslim, if you are in your heart, I'm saying, those differences disappear. It's time for people to think through their heart. And so they can purify the mind, they can rewire the subconscious mind, open the third eye, decalcify your pineal gland. It's very important to have your endocrine system in balance, and of course your immune system rising up, so we can embrace each other and be this big family coming from all corners of life, or all dimensions and so on, this galaxy, that Milky Way, that star system and so on, so we can finally breathe and live our lives. Okay, so very important to embrace new technology. We talk about the healing Pleiadian technology, the Tachyon, the free energy technology. Very important to do that. Embody your higher self. So lots of inner work. It's perfect time to do it. Even though, I didn't receive any stimulus check, and the universal basic income should be implemented by June or July. This is from the notes. But along with that, I don't know how that is going to be, but the chipping will be implemented, that people will be chipped. So anyway, we'll go over that. Also, what do you do? Like, for example, my financial situation, I also had to stop paying my car insurance, okay, for a couple of months. Then I got some money because I had a part-time job. But again, I don't know how I'll be able to pay my bills, but I have to stay positive. But the thing is, the DMV sent me an invoice and I'm supposed to pay a huge big money. So, and I cannot afford, I don't have it, okay? And it's just, again, I'm not your straw man, I cannot afford it right now. This is the situation, and I have to transform and transmute it in a way and that is appropriate. And I have the responsibility to connect to the universal law. I have to connect to the divine will. El Moria is the ascended master, or Archangel Michael. Okay, and I'm claiming my sovereignty, I'm claiming my power, over all these payments that I cannot afford. And and that's okay. I'm just kind of telling you guys what what I've been going through, and I'm just kind of sharing my experiences with you. Remember, this is my story, okay? So, but just for me, it's important to put it out there. Whatever the DMV, I can send them this video. This is what I do. Maybe somebody out there will start resonating with my message and start sponsoring my project, or have some communication conversation with me. I know it's been taking some time, and I know why. Because my mission is very interesting and it's more or less very secretive. So, and it's okay, I'm rolling with it, but there was just kind of remark on that, we just have to accept our situation and do our best, and be integrity and speak our truth. Okay, So because that's where we're going with all this and with all this virus stuff going on, because we can overcome it by high frequency vibration, right? All this negative alien agenda, because they build the momentum, they've been doing it for thousands of years and people were not informed. Now those who are star seeds, okay, light workers and so on, we are transforming it. Okay, those negative vibrations, those negative agenda with those negative aliens, being highly vibrational being and holding the high frequency vibration, holding that healing space for others. Okay, so this is my work, this is what I do. So like I said, the Unimatrix, it's all about the alternative plan for evolution. It's all about evolution, ascension, going forward, moving forward, new technology, okay, from ET that have been suppressed. For us, very important to activate, upgrade our DNA, okay, again, ascension meditations, unity meditation with Sandra Walter, very important to going from eating animal products and so on, start being vegan or vegetarian, organic food from the garden. Okay, we need to enhance our bioenergetics. Okay, and we need to ensure that we have mental, emotional stability and spiritual wellness. So when we are encountering or getting the virus and so on, some of us are either carriers. From Chris Keller, True Quantum Healing, I learned that we already have it in our RNA, because our DNA has been kind of compromised, right, by those negative aliens. So some of them were actually positive, the positive Anunnaki and so on. So, and it's a DNA of grace. Those who've been doing those horrible experiments in the underground military bases, including MK Ultra, and keeping super soldiers or children in cages and torturing them. Okay. So, how do you, overcome it? Through high frequency, high vibration, really expressing your true self, expressing joy and being positive, but at the same time facing our shadow, right? Acknowledging the situation, what it is, and being in your heart structure and learning how to, create our world, how to create reality that is based on peace and unity and harmony, grace consciousness. So it requires lots of learning, lots of studying. I know. I talk for that. I totally understand that. So we'll have a plasma healing. Dogma and bias needs to be eliminated. Right? Most of the religion it's part of the MK Ultra programming. People go to churches and so on. People are very nice. I notice it, but then people drink Coke, Coca-Cola, right? Diet Coke, hamburgers and so on. Please do some research. What that kind of food consists of, what kind of ingredients are there. People need to raise their frequency vibration on that biology level, physical level, and then we can also bring the spirit upon us. So we're whole, we're complete, we're spiritual beings, having the physical experience of life here on this planet, okay, that we are taking care of. We are the stewards, right? We're the guardians. So if this planet, everything's been happening so great, and so I would not be here. We're volunteer soul because we heard the call of this planet. This planet, needs some serious help. And her children as well, humanity as well. That's why, we volunteered, and we came here, part of the Galactic Command. We're the ground crew, just finally establish divine order and peace in this quadrant of the universe, in this solar system here on this planet that is ascending. Okay, so very important to do the inner work and reconnect with God, with spirit, with our higher self. So what I also learned that, we do have a life contract that actually kind of controls us, right? So I talk about the 5D protocol, where we're asking ourselves who we are, why did we come here to this planet, and what is our mission? So once you say yes, okay, on that soul level, I signed contract. This is what I came here to do. You can already feel the relief within yourself, like, oh, okay, I am for it. I'm not resisting it. I am working with it. Okay, and I'm learning more about myself and about my mission, about my projects, being a humanitarian, share gifts and talents with others. Okay, so we are going through planetary cleanse. Okay, planetary. So people also have to cleanse their aura energy field. We talk about the energy hygiene. Okay, learn how to stabilize your mind or your emotions, how to deprogram your subconscious mind. Very important. So we go to that virus thing. Okay, so it's a nanobot with protomolecules, is synthetic AI, synthetic DNA, with its computer code and program. So, and it's going to replicate the energy that is within us. Okay, it goes robotic. Okay, and it's called Project Rainbow Moonlight right now because it has been assimilated with the Unimatrix. Okay, which is all about ascension, which is all about evolution, which is all about advancement. And hopefully more and more people will be rolling with it. Okay, will be in agreement with it, because those who resist this new change, what I'm saying, they are then they're heading to their own self-destruction. Because you are what you think. Your thoughts represent yourself. What you put out there, it will come back to you. It's nothing new under the sun, right? What goes around comes around. So, oh, but the government this. Oh, but that governor said this. Really? You are the government. You are the governor. You're the congressman or congresswoman. You are in charge of your life. And yes, you do. You have a life contract. But we all sign up for that, being here in this great shift in consciousness, in this great awakening. So we do have responsibility, and it's all about self-growth and evolution. That's the flow of life. Okay, that's why we connect to the crystal core of Mother Earth. We connect to the 5D grid, crystalline grid, and we connect to our higher self. So yes, and be positive and you will live. Okay, so those are the notes that I took from that interview. Okay, exopolitics with Albert Weber and with Kosol Ouch, who was channeling the Unimatrix 1. Okay, and you can find actually all my posts on Yana Kalai, Facebook Yana Kalai, Yana Sibinska. Okay, and those who subscribe to my website, I'm posting some stuff through Wix, application Wix, that's Wix. So anyway, so we have those two factions. Okay, we have the Nazi faction. Okay, they're all about the total planetary domination, of course, and that's the DoD and DARPA secret space program of that negative faction. Okay, but then we have the positive faction of secret space program, hopefully also of DARPA and the DoD think tank, which is part of the Q movement. Right, it's they're part of also the Galactic Project, the Galactic Federation of Light, the Pleiadians and other ET races helping us with ascension. And what else? Then you have the Kennedy family involved there, and you have a Trump administration network there as well. It's highly secured and high military operation going on. Okay, and to me there's lots of responsibility, so many things going on behind the scenes, and so many things are not going to be even said because some people are not even ready, and some of the information can be dangerous. Okay, so we have to be very careful what we put out there, and how we say it. It's very important to hold your frequency vibration extremely high. Okay, so I know why, because being psychically attacked and doing the astral war for over a decade, I'm telling you, it's a lots of work that people don't have, then don't even understand. They don't even know that something out there is happening. Oh yeah, for me it's total truth. So that's why we need to swallow the red pill, go deep down the rabbit hole. This is the perfect time to do so. And there are so many beautiful people on YouTube channel, right? Praying Medics, Blessed to Teach. We have Kirsten. We have the Santa Surfing Broadcasting, I think, something like that. So these people are constantly, they're doing all these wonderful videos, much more often than me, of course. But I'm playing my role. What is your role? Okay, what is your life contract? What is your puzzle piece? And now we have to find and feel and understand our puzzle piece. So when we put all the pieces together, we create a beautiful world, beautiful project. Okay, beautiful community, beautiful family. Okay, with our star brothers and star sisters and galactic family. So what else do we have here? So yes, what the DARPA does, the DOD of the Nazi faction, they duplicate the neural function of the humans to control the humanity, hence MK Ultra. They enter the morphogenetic field to monitor our consciousness, but also the galactics are doing it as well, but they are doing it to advance humanity. They are using it to control humanity, right? Through torture and through tyranny. And so because they even do that, they monitor our thought forms even in our dream state. So before you go to bed, it's very important to meditate, to bring your angels around you. Okay, so you're constantly in protective state. Lots of people were talking about the armor of God. Okay, I posted 12D building shield from Lisa Renee. That's what helps me to have that protective shield all around me, but also those who've been doing meditations with Sandra Walter, unity meditations. We build the momentum of that, the galactic self, of your ET self. We expanded our light body, our crystalline light body, our plasma light body. We are channeling our higher self, our ET self, just like Marina Jacobi, and all her revelations, or all her work actually she's putting for free, is because of her connection to her higher self, her sacred mind of God. Okay, so there'll be digital economy. Okay, the 5D is not going to be effective because the galactics are here. They're taking care of it, right? Those harmful EMF that is being kind of emitted through those cell towers and those other towers, and also the chemtrails. The galactics are here. They're neutralizing all these harmful effects with their even much more advanced technology than the Cabal, but again, they're doing it, using it for prosperity, for abundance, and liberation of this planet. Okay, so we talk about the quantum financial system, digital economy, and it's just because there'll be no virus contamination. Okay, I came across this plant. Somebody actually sent it to me. Kratom, Kratom. It has chloroquine. I don't know how you pronounce it. And we learned, right, that the hydroxychloroquine and these other actually pharmaceutical drugs have a positive effect on how to eliminate the virus from your body. Remember, the symptoms that people have, we have the immune system that is protecting us. And some of the systems, like the the flu symptoms are part of my ascension symptoms. I've been going through it a lot. It's just because we're upgrading the DNA, the entire system, the body is restructuring, rejuvenating, recalibrating, and so on. And of course, you have all these interesting synapses, firing all kinds of interesting signals and neurons, neurotransmitters, and so on. Like, we're just being rewired, to become galactic divine human beings, to join our galactic family. So of course there are some symptoms. So don't freak out too much, but take care of yourself. Be in that energy of love. Be in that energy of forgiveness. Be in that energy of compassion. And that's how you reunite with your true self, your higher self, and with your galactic family. And you will get healing and guidance as much as you need. So there is no need for fear. And that's also what is so important with the virus thing going on. Have no fear. And it will not affect you negatively. Okay? Be love, because you are love. Okay? So very simple. So the protomolecular virus, the contamination, it's by the not illuminated people, so-called nonsense secret societies, zero common sense, or that draconian network. Okay, the reptilian race, they drink blood, they torture, they do everything through trauma, especially like in the military. That's how the soldiers or the Marines, that's how they are trained, so-called rite of passages, and it's so-called recruitment. But again, what I'm saying, I'm just putting out there, take what resonates with you. They want to subjugate through coercion. No, thank you. It should be all about inspiration, exploration, and just like the galactic commanders on spaceships. Hey, galactic commander, what did you experience? What was your perception of this particular situation? And that's what humanity needs to learn. To communicate, two-way of communication, cooperate, okay? The resonance, high frequency vibration needs to be built up from within. You want a peace, you want a health? Be that, okay? Be that frequency vibration, so you can override the energy and frequency vibration of those low energies, low vibes of disease and so on. You can do that. You have this powerful inner technology. We're going through this transition. Your DNA is being activated, okay? And that's the etheric DNA, okay? That's our true DNA. There's our spiritual DNA. Yeah, we are spiritual beings having human experience, we have all these psychic abilities, telepathy, and so on. So I'm very important to now coexist and form the unity consciousness, okay? That's how we will break through. That's how we will prosper. That's how we will thrive, okay? So, and the IRS will be dissolved in a future timeline. We have the new high-tech ET energy for advancement, hopefully will be put online or will be available in September this year. We'll see. We'll get free, faster internet, okay? We'll get those photonic replicators, 3D printing. It uses life force. But first, people need to learn how to use their life force, or bring that life force energy into every cell, molecule, mitochondria of their body, okay? Start being a master of your energies, of your mind, or your feelings, emotions, especially also of your sexual energy. It's just very important, okay? Because the cabal, whatever, the negative entities, they're feeding off of it. So and yeah, our rainbow body, those who are sending, those who come from advanced civilization, the rainbow body technology has been assembled. I experiencing also, whether that was the end of March or beginning of this month, April, okay? We are fully conscious entity with telepathic abilities, extrasensory perception, and all the chromosomes, DNA, RNA will be repaired, okay? We'll get crystal chambers. We have Palladian technology, okay? And then people start also, doing those humanitarian services, being of service. They have humanitarian projects like I do. So I need to get some investors or some sponsors, like people resonate with what I have to say. And so we can move faster, and just people need to start relying on themselves and doing something, raising their voice, okay, and feeling that freedom within themselves, so they can manifest it, they can put that energy of freedom out there, and help others to feel the same. Okay, so let me see. The rainbow codex energy signature is high, oneness of colors. Okay, the chakra column, the colors of the rainbow, they unite, they flow in harmony. Yeah, we're the rainbow warriors here on Nova Gaia. So anyway, I have more and more notes, but resurrect your energies, claim your power. Okay, start doing what feels right to you. Be honest with yourself. Integrity is very important. Okay, and time for disclosure: advanced technology, quantum software. Okay, and I'm disclosing the Galactic Federation. And be peace, be joy, be love. Very important. Ask for happiness and abundance, and flow with your divine mission. We came here to remind again people who they truly are. All this sacred symbology that has been reversed, brought upside down. We need to correct all that, bring everything right side up. I also had revelations on my previous lives, and I know all these mistakes happen in Atlantis, where people rely too much on the outer technology, external technology. We have this technology within us. Then I have other revelations from all these crusades, right? When people, what of the crusaders, they killed in the name of Jesus. You embody the energy of Yahshua, and then you understand, that you need to connect with the divine spark within you. That's why that was the dogma. All this dogma that has been happening throughout centuries and millennia in human history, that just needs to be eliminated. Okay, and then the other thing I just was shown, King Arthur, right? That's the castle Camelot, the island Avalon, with the Excalibur sword and so on. He is the ascended master, Almoria, the divine justice, the divine will, right? That's where these Knights of Templars of the noble family, they were initiated by these energies. Also Fleur de Lis, where they were actually protecting pilgrims to the Holy Land, Israel, right, of the living God, and so on. Again, I am recommending you to read this book. He is incredible. Was the William Henry. He just did even a video back in 2012, and I used to study actually Jewish mystica as a teenager, so really we need to explore the truth. Okay, very important, the truth of this planet, okay, of this living entity. This is a living library. We need to enter the morphogenetic field. We need to enter our Akashic records, the book of life, and remember the true history. Okay, the true galactic history of this planet is extremely important. Mother Earth is just waiting for us, to embrace her loving energy, to embrace her healing energies, and to, like I said, to remember the truth that is within us. Only the truth that is within us will set us free. You know what I'm saying? And very important to be faithful to that divine spark that is within you, the Christ within. Okay, so that's why I am doing what I'm doing, the things I'm doing, being a warrior and so on, and experience all these injustices, and just evil things in the military infiltrated by the negative faction. So right now I'm doing what I'm doing, just putting the messages out there, hope I can inspire others so they can do the same, go out there and inspire others, or start creating their projects or videos and so on. So yes, this is I feel this is all for now. I know there are more notes, and more notes I'll be sharing with you a little bit later. I finally today I felt like reconnected, reunited. I just had this energy to make a video. So here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am a self-discovery guide, healing options coordinator. I am an inspirational multidimensional speaker. I'm here assisting Mother Earth and humanity with the ascension. And here we go. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.